That's really what a shadow jury is designed to do. It's designed to match the demographics of the actual jury with a jury, a surrogate jury, who sits through the entire case, who we get to interview on a daily basis to determine how they feel about the case, instead of trying to look into the juror's eyes and say, all right, this guy likes us, this gal hates us, etc. So really what I want to talk about today, rather than the methodology, you can go, oh, I got a clicker, is more so kind of the you can go next slide if it won't advance. The uses of a shadow jury. So Jack, I mean, you've said you've been a part of shadow juries in the past. Mm-hmm. How have you used them, and what are some of the ways that you've seen them work?
Yeah, well, I think first of all, what you need to understand is that the shadow jury tool should be probably the last tool in a full suite of jury consultancy tools. So it would be very rare that I think you would just employ a shadow jury without having done some kind of focus grouping, a mock trial, and then using the consultant to help select the jury. So clearly it's not the only tool in the arsenal, and it's really the one that's probably more dependent on utilizing other aspects of jury consultancy to help refine themes, because what you want to be able to do is from a well-planned strategy, understand when you're going to deploy the jury tools, and then by the time you get to trial and you're using a shadow jury, you should have been able to refine your themes, and then you're using the shadow jury in real time to help you manage those themes, downplay certain aspects, upplay other aspects. So again, I don't look at shadow jury utilization as a single tool. It has to be part of an overall strategy. Right,
that's a good point. And Hannah, you've done jury research. You've been participated in mock trials in the past. Have you found them beneficial in, as Jack's talking about, developing themes, developing arguments in the case? And why have you not maybe used the shadow jury after doing these mock trials in the past?
Yeah, thanks, Ron. So we use mock trials. We also do. We'll get a panel of maybe 50 people in the jurisdiction that we're going to be trying a case in, and then segregate them usually into 4 groups. And then we'll take a look on a video feed to see how certain issues are being responded to, what type of inquiries they may have, and questions. My experience has been that it's very useful where there's issues of sympathy, so employment cases, where there's like a mass loss of a function or a limb or life, where there's a lot of potential for sympathy, and also for patent cases, just because it's hard to flush out the issues and make sure that the jurors understand the technology, and also make sure that the jurors understand, to make sure our experts are kind of distilling things for the jurors or the potential jurors to understand how it works, because the patent cases tend to be very technical, overly detailed, and we need to make sure that the jury is understanding what exactly a certain product does and why our art is better, et cetera. Right. I don't think that they're helpful usually for class cases, unless it's maybe TCPA cases where everyone hates telemarketing. But yeah,
I would tend to agree with that. When you're talking about sympathy cases, you've got to kind of look at it from both sides. But I've found a great deal of success using them in bad faith cases where insurers are generally similar to the telemarketers, I guess, not very well liked, and you really got to navigate the themes very carefully, and you've got to avoid falling into the regular pitfalls that policyholder lawyers will try to lay for you as an insurance carrier. So I would tend to agree with that, Hannah.